Controls. Yeah, I don't see a way to make the mouse any bigger. Formation. Okay. Gift back big features. Discovered a waypoint. Oh, is that this thing?
Any man who put his likeness in stone is a fool in my book. Imagine having the gall to want 100 Imagine having the gall to want 100 generations gazing at your own face.
Shift to see the sight range. Oh, that's very handy. Wonder what I should be picking up.
Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore.
Wonder what the best way to engage combat is. Whoa. Wait, I guess they saw me. I still don't understand this elemental arrow. Target a surface in melee radius. Element damage matching surface is added to your ranged weapon. Fireball pretty strong. What do we... Let's do a regular attack, I guess.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
It's gonna take me a while to get used to not being able to use my mouse to move the map around. I wonder if I can change that. You've enabled combat highlights. I don't know how I just did that. I guess that gets my weapon in hand.
The face is familiar. What's left of it? He was aboard the ship.
Let's see these options here. Options. Control. Backwards. Camera center is home. Toggle camera rotate. Middle mouse button. Toggle tactical cam. Oh. Let's try some of that out. That's alright, I guess. Kinda don't like it. It's very sensitive. I think I'll just... home, was it? Let's keep the default camera, I guess.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that
Come to report for duty, have you? I must say I find that very remarkable. Word has reached me, you see, through a very sour grapevine indeed, that you turned your back on your master. Left me to fend for myself. So much easier, isn't it, to look out for oneself alone? Of course I did. Takes more than some oversized cuttlefish to get the better of me. Besides, you'll find I wasn't complaining. I was making a point. About oneself. Alone. So, if there's nothing further... Out of the mouths of babes. A couple of children survived the ordeal with their tattletale tongues in perfect working order. I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs, dramatic.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? White, which goes for the dry parts round here too, I imagine.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the wave...
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Yes, but these weren't castles in the sky, were they? Quite obviously, I was musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? more's the damn pity, isn't it? For I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
Can't say that I
There's
do.
a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
He's kind of annoying. I wonder. I mean, I guess I could probably not bring him with me if he finds him too, if I find him too annoying.
Truly. A kind offer indeed. Even if it comes from the very person that left me and others. You do look able, though. Despite your selfish tendencies. Fine. I act on one for reasons I'll not disclose right now. It is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. One of the mystics of my... I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. You do tend to beat around the bush, don't you? Oh well, so now that that's settled, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Finesse is a condition one should assume in any situation, from dining to discourse to dueling. What situations do you have in mind? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so...
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, as your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go.
I wonder why that is more expensive than twig with the string. Same damage. Same range.
A black cat. Maybe my luck is about to change.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but but it stares at you with its eyes clear, and it shakes its head,
Hey, mister. Is a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? Sure wish you'd gone back to save the others. Though, I did see one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago, so I guess... Adults always want to talk. Can't I just play here with my...
And kill this little fucking bitch.
One, two, long three, four, pretty shells.
The fuck? You're not gonna let me kill children? That's some bullshit. What about this stupid fucking cat? How do I, like, enter combat?
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. It appears confused, and yet somehow compelled to continue following you.
Yeah, whatever. It's too much of a hassle to fucking kill things. We have to keep constantly hitting X. Let me look at the menu. See if there is a generic attack button. E to sneak. That might be handy. I don't see an attack.
What's this? I found something. I don't have the right tool for digging.
One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
Oh shit, there's a motherfucking zombie. Start with me.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Worms take you.
Aw, secrets.
I wonder where this leads.
I didn't want to fucking get the barrel.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. Oh, yes. An exceptionally common, but exceptionally valuable commodity. A face. A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Carved? Please. You hardly think I am one of your breed, do you? You have never seen anything like it because you have never met anyone like me. Simply put, I am an Eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather absent, at least from this realm. As for the others, Well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers. A companion? After you left the others to die on that ship? Hardly actions that instill confidence. Then again, I am somewhat... I suppose, circumstances being what they are, you seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather skilled in... Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours? Much magic? I was controlling the powers of the universe while your people were still... doing whatever it is you used to do. What speciality would you prefer? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is... Splendid. Very well. Let's be off.
Fucking bucket on your head. There you go. I guess he had a cloak to hide his mask. I don't want that -1 intuitive. I'll get rid of the bucket on my head.
Go! Get out! You are not welcome here! Go, man-pig! This is my mistake. You are no pig. I am no bull. Please, just leave us.
She didn't give me her fucking gold. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ, she's annoying with that sniffling.
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child holding her knees. The child's whimpers crescendo into wails. The child seems beside.
You hear me, human. Leave.
Rubbish.
Where'd my fucking lizard go? The fuck is going on?
They're transforming.
What am I doing? It's a big ass fucking turtle. fuck?
Hurts, doesn't it?
So we were going to lead with the story about J6, that woman who got caught lying again. It's funny because you have conservative papers that hate Trump and you have Democrats and they're all like, this is the bombshell testimony. And then a bunch of people come out and they're like, yeah, I will swear under oath she's lying. But they believe it anyway. And then we thought, you know what? It's just so boring. Can we make fun of Ocasio-Cortez instead? Because Colbert asked her to run for president, or asked if she was going to run for president, and she didn't say no. And she was like, yeah, well, you know. And then she also, it's really amazing because, you know, please, someone help this country. AOC goes on primetime television to millions of people, and she strung a bunch of words about the Civil War together that made literally no sense, and everyone's clapping for it. And I'm just like, she does, like, it's amazing. She made comments about Abraham Lincoln, the Supreme Court, why Joe Biden should take certain action, and it's like she just made it all up. It's absolutely amazing. Her timeline is wrong. Her history is wrong. The actions taken were wrong. And I'm sitting there watching, and Colbert's like, you should be president. And I'm like, oh,
look
man.
At that. That's actually pretty Chad. You know, just go on television in front of a bunch of people who can fact check you and start making stuff up. Like, yeah, no, he should do this because that's what Abe Lincoln did.
And you're
what?
like,
do you have a source? Like, I made it up. Yeah, no, I made that up.
That happened 6 years. She's like, Abraham Lincoln, you know, Dred Scott was issued. So Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. And it's like, AOC, that was 6 years before.
She said
6 years? What are you talking about?
She said the Confederates packed the Supreme Court. Or she said the Confederates got their people into the Supreme Court. It's like, what are you talking about?
You know what? Okay, so it's going to be fun roasting all that. But there's some other funny news, too, in Iowa. But after Roe v. Wade's repeal, Republicans gained in the polls. Woo. So they can come out, and I'll tell you this too, the Democrats were funding Trump-supporting candidates, thinking it was going to help them. And then in Colorado, the moderate won. So they wasted all of that money and just propped up and expanded Trump's message. These people are not smart people, and AOC, she really, really does prove it every single day. So we're going to talk about that. Plus, we'll talk about what's going on with January 6th. But my friends, before we get started, head over to Eat Right and FeelWell.com to pick up your Keto Elevate from BioTrust. This is C8 medium chain triglycerides. If you're doing the keto diet or trying to cut back on sugar, Eat Right and FeelWell.com has exactly what you need. It's BioTrust's MCT C8 MCT powder. You'll get 51% off, and BioTrust will also give you a 60-day money-back guarantee. They provide you with only C8, the most ketogenic MCT. That means it provides support for energy levels, healthy appetite management, mental clarity and focus, athletic performance. 5 grams of the highly sought-after MCT C8 per scoop. Keto Elevates, personally, they do right this year, but it is my favorite. I mentioned this last time. We actually had someone brought in some other MCT supplements. I tried it. Actually didn't really like it. I really do like the BioTrust stuff. And as an aside, too, since I started cutting out the sugar and using more of this stuff frequently in my diet, I've lost 30 pounds. No joke. Watch the videos from pre-November. Watch now. I lost a lot of weight. For every order today, BioTrust donates a nutritious meal to a hungry child in your honor through their partnership with NoKidHungry.org. To date, BioTrust has provided over 5 million meals to hungry kids. Please help them hit their goal of 6 million meals this year. You'll get free VIP live health and fitness coaching from BioTrust's team of expert nutrition and health coaches for life with every order, and their free e-report, the top 14 ketogenic foods with every order. You know what? I actually want to drive this point home. Like, I didn't intend on using this stuff to lose a bunch of weight, but I legit lost 30 pounds. So no joke. I cut out the sugars. I was reading this stuff and I was like, I should just stop eating sugar. And then one day I did. And then within a couple months, I lost a ton of weight and then gradually started losing a bunch more. So go to eatrightandfeelwell.com. It's more than just buying Keto Elevate. I cut out the breads, the grains, the sugars, and I've really, really cut down on the sugars. And this
A magister offers to help us flee. A Tutor. She says there are many magisters who do not agree with the bishop. She says they bring us to safety. But a Tutor is overdue. She promises to come at noon. We are afraid to stay, afraid to leave. A Tutor is different. She does not believe in this place, in their bishop. She will come, and she will take us away from here. She says there is a shelter in the marshes outside the fort. She says she brings us there first. She knows a safe path. We wait for a boat, and then we go. Wherever we make a new home. If she is not here before the setting sun, I fear Magister Atusa forgets us. Nothing at all is certain. This is a new time. Put your faith nowhere.
Shut up, cunt. I was just trying to be nice. Fucking Christ.
If she is not here before the setting sun, and I...
The child seems beside herself with sorrow and doesn't acknowledge you.
Good, I didn't want to acknowledge her.
What's this? I found something.
Use a map marker, but you can't. It'd be cool if you can click and just fucking go there. Read good enough, but why the fuck is this dude not with us? What the fuck is going on? You shouldn't be chained up, right?
Stuff really does help because I'm trying to find ways to get the energy back. I've been putting it in my coffee along with a lot of cream and having a lot of a much more higher fat, high protein diet. So check it out. Don't forget, head over to timcast.com and become a member to help support our work. As a member, you'll get access to exclusive segments from this show Monday through Thursday at 11 p.m. The uncensored after hours show where we swear a lot, and you don't want your kids listening to that one, but it is a whole lot of fun and it's often very funny. You'll also be supporting our journalists and our infrastructure. We use Rumble so we can help build an ecosystem that is more resilient to censorship for everybody. So don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with your friends, and joining us today to discuss all of this, we got Royce White.
Thanks for having me.
Who are you? What do you do?
Well, I guess the most important thing I'm doing right now is running for United States Congress against Ilhan Omar.
Well, all right.
In Minnesota's 5th Congressional District, and we're in the dead heat of that campaign. I got a primary August 9th against a rhino uniparty globalist who said that abortion was red meat politics for the base at our convention.
Wow.
And when Roe v. Wade passed, she celebrated it because, I mean, you don't have to keep account of the things you said yesterday.
When it got overturned.
Yeah,
acted like it was a big deal.
She acted like she was on board. So, yeah, running for Congress, also playing in the Big Three. Our season started 2 weeks ago, and I got that going on as well, and still training mixed martial arts every day in preparation for whenever the election is over to try and fight again.
Right on, man. Thanks for hanging out. We also got Shim Sham.
Yeah, before I introduce myself, I just wanted to make a comment here. You mentioned the Republicans becoming more popular after banning abortion. There's this talking point we kept hearing about Roe v. Wade, and if it's overturned, people will turn against Republicans. Cool. It'll hurt them in the polls. Like, yeah, you know what's going to make Republicans really unpopular? If they accomplish something for once, ever. That would be so bad for them.
Doing what the Republicans ask the politicians to do is bad.
For 50 years, they finally did the thing, finally accomplished it. It's a bad look, I know. I am Seamus Coughlin. I run a YouTube channel called Freedom Tunes, and this, unfortunately, is going to be my last show for a while. So they've made me a cake, which I very much appreciate. Lid's decorated this. It's
What's
beautiful.
the 5 for?
Because for just $5 a month, you can become a member at freedomtunes.com. So I know that I'm going to be leaving the show.
Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Bishop Alexander idly glances in your direction, curiosity on his face. Recognition seems to flicker in his eyes for a moment, but then he shakes his head and looks back towards Dallis. Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallis?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
These creatures are so prone to violence. Naturally, the weaker specimens suffer.
Let's go back to that cunt. See if she gets all mad about the broken leg or the leg.
For a while here, folks, but you can still get your dose of Seamus. Go to freedomtunes.com, become a member. You'll get an extra cartoon each week. You'll be helping us get independent from YouTube. I love you all, and I think this is going to be a great show.
It says we'll miss you on the cake.
It says we'll miss you. I know you won't. But
We're not we're not about fake news on this show, so I gotta fact check that.
But hold on, it says we'll miss you. It's not necessarily that's not indicative of a consensus, right? Like at least two people here will miss.
Oh, that's true. At least two.
Yeah.
At least two.
At least two
All
people.
right, fair point.
Yeah.
Technically correct.
Happy birthday, Seamus.
But not morally accurate. Thank you.
But not morally correct.
What's up, everybody? Ian Crossland up in the house. Nothing to shout out yet, so let's just get going. Let's move it along.
I'm excited. We always have a great time with Bryce. I am the one who did the lettering on that cake. It is not my finest work, but I did it in about 10 minutes. I think I should have said Irish you already. That was Brett's idea. Which I know. I was like, why were you not here 10 minutes earlier? But oh well, we will miss Seamus.
All right, everybody, let's jump into this first story. We got it from the Huffington Post. You know how much we love the Huffington Post. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has pithy reply when asked if she'll run for
show her
president.
my fucking
Popular
leg.
progressive House member had just watched Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony at the January 6th hearing when Colbert popped the question. That's right, they're getting married, everybody. Colbert and AOC. I'm kidding. So he asks her, he's like, this is really, really funny because he roasted Joe Biden at the same time. So respect for that. They don't actually show what he said about Colbert. That's funny. He said no matter how many times people ask Joe Biden if he's going to run for re-election, and he says yes, they ignore what he says and then ask other people to run. So the New York Times actually ran this article. Check this out. Biden irked by Democrats who won't take yes for an answer on 2024. Yo, it's not about taking yes for an answer. It's about how even if you say yes, they're like, dude's brain doesn't work. So they don't think he's going to run anyway. So here's the best part. Colbert's like, I know someone who's going to turn 35 and right before the election. Haha, could it be you? And then she said, listen, we need to focus on keeping democracy for anybody to be president the next couple of years, she replied. My central focus is helping the people of this country right now. So it's possible. I don't know about that. Well, I don't think she's actually going to run. But the fact that on primetime TV, Stephen Colbert is asking her if she will, I think what we're seeing, you had CNN say, Hillary? It's her time now. Did you see that article from Chris Cillizza and then everyone made fun of her? This is hilarious. One of her former campaign strategists came out and said her polling is actually, her numbers are, or ratings are worse than Trump's. So he's like, no, Hillary, no, she's not coming back. I think the Democrats and the corporate press, they're desperate to try and find someone. I think the goal of asking AOC
definitely grabbed her
is
leg.
so that they drop the stone in the water to see where the ripples go.
You did.
They
right?
make the statement, and now they want to see how the press handles.
Wonder what's behind the masks too. Can't be pretty. That, Magister, that was Bishop Alexander, leader of the Divine Order, and his right hand, Dallas. How do you not know this? If you doubt Alexander, Pipsqueak, you haven't seen him or the Hammer in combat. They squash sorcerers like the bugs they are. Now why don't you move along and set...
Saw him, didn't you? The Hammer and Alexander. They gave that scaly traitor what for, they did. Proud to serve for the good of humankind. Without us, Rivellon's off to the void in a handbasket, in the crook of a Voidwoken's claw. Bishop's the son of the dead divine. Don't know when we'll get a new one, but Alexander's looking after us and the Hammer's a solid sort. Don't take no guff and don't stand for no... During the time of Lucian, of course. Who wouldn't... When we lost him, well... It only made sense to see his will through. Lucian gave his life to protect Rivellon. If we let the Voidwoken get... Fort Joy ain't no summer camp. No one said it were. But it's the best we've got to protect the realm. can't for certain, but I reckon when God himself gives his life to protect you, you don't. So that's what we do. When you give up the darkness that's inside you, take your full... They're working on a cure for you even now. Got some good leads, so I...
She's gone, Father. Gone!
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Come on. She's gone, Father. Gone!
Oh, you hold control to attack.
I'm not mad. Please. Please. You must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. A child is missing. My baby. Irma. She's called Irma. I haven't seen her in days. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her. I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. I turned from her for one moment, and she was gone. Left her doll behind, too. Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you...
She soaks up a steady stream of tears with her shirt sleeve.
She ought to come with you, then. She ought to follow you back to me. This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. You are an angel. Truly you are.
Mostly I just want to tap that ass. Yeah, look at that. See if I can see it from the back. Eh. Not a good enough ass for me to tap.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your 5th blue jester this round.
You there? I'm looking for an inmate. He wears a large bronze ring with a dragon stamped into it. Name of Migo. Have you seen him? None of your business, inmate. Where is he? Don't disturb me again, unless you've seen Useless. It is a very important matter that I locate.
That's it. I call court. Pay up.
Greetings, child. I find myself in your so-called divine lands, yet I feel his absence deep in my heart all the same. No disrespect, eh? I'm used to calling all the Divine's offspring that way. Absent though I find... Go well, my child.
Ah, grab it in your gobblers, the both of you.
If you don't like the game... Looky here, mates. A fresh face. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First hands on the hat. Chuff to you, Chief.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Quite the hand, Freshy. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. I'll be having your fee then. Just my bit of fun, Sharpie. I'm sure the Red Soldier, no one gets along without paying the interment fee. So, let's make this easy. Empty your pockets. Well, you've heard of it now, ain't ya? Go on then, Freshy. Turn 'em out. Lone wolf, eh? If you lot are as fearsome as they say, how'd you let a troop of goons like the Reds get their hands on ya?
Ralvo looks you up and down.
You know what? I'm in a good mood. take a hike, Freshy? You hear that, mates? This cub's got claws. Let's try 'em out, shall we?
presideth over us all.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
This again.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe. As she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in her terrified eyes. She drops her hands from her throat and starts hyperventilating.
Ben! Ben Mest! Ifan! Ben Mest! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer! Keep him away from me! Help! Somebody! Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster Ben Mest away from me.
God!
Guards! Guards! Keep him away from me!
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts and doesn't look up as you approach.
Hmm? The ground? I don't know what you... I'm just trying to work it out. What happened? Why? Hmm? Goods?
Oh, 10 bottles of mead, oh. 1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears, oh.
My mind? What else, my friend? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the Divine. Why? Naturally. How could one not? We've used Source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How can it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And when will Alexander ascend to divinity? We cannot continue like...
50 bottles of tears, oh. Make the hinges rust.
I fear it will be quite some time before we find any...
Ho ho! Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? They're all I got left after your buddies were through with me.
We find Source so dangerous.
Oh, right kind of you, my friend. I'm going...
Attracted to Source. But why?
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone?
Why hasn't Alexander?
Oh, very droll. Listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards, and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a... Are you interested? Believe whatever you want. This may be your only chance at leaving this place. Take it or don't. Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take you all, your nobility. Good luck with your friends, though.
What did you say?
Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across...
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, this here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Rest her soul. The love of my life, Gret. She passed in the night. Something in the stomach.
He tenderly runs a hand...
If she were here, she'd tell me this plank is crooked. Chastise me for using warped wood on her final bed. Then she'd laugh.
The man holds a hand to his cheek for a moment. He taps hammer to nail and doesn't look up.
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then dead. Them that pay the bills, of course. I'll be... Time's up, Your Highness. Let's dance.
The fuck was that?
I'll yield to none. Healing.
Oh shit, I can't heal that dude. It kills him. Let's fucking load this shit. That's some fucking bullshit.
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality. A fella can't hear himself. Yeah, that. Aye, she needs help, but none that I can. Distraught, and there ain't no amount.
Please, please, you must help me. No, she was... I'm sick with worry. Complete... Yes, of course.
She's so upset.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you are and...
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue just
The
to
woman
this
is
road.
scrabbling at her throat, as though she can... As she catches sight of you, recognition...
Ben, Ethan, Ben, keep him away from me. Help! Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster bed nest away from me.
Don't mean I can't beat ya.
Looky here, mates. Why don't you join us in a round? Chuff.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Well, that was easy. Looks like you'll have to pay your interment fee after all, Freshie. See that, Freshie? Keep that up and you'll get along. Hope you're behaving yourself, Freshie.
Huh? What are you doing here? Thought Griff had you making the rounds inside. Lucky you. See ya.
Oh, what are you after, Pipsqueak? Complain to Griff if you don't like it. See how long you keep your ears stuck to your head.
Hope you're behaving yourself, Freshie.
watching. That's your 5th blue chest of this round.
Our Father, who presideth over us all.
No, fucker. Stay up here.
Grab it in your gobblers, the both of ya!
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
Where the fuck did my bow go?
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy girl.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
That's it.
Prepare yourself.
Glory is mine.
I'm ready.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Meet the Reaper for me.
Send us your children, supplicants.
Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster bednest away from me.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? Oh, very droll. Listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this... You would be too if you'd been here as long as I have. In fact, you should be nervous if you're here at all. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. I have a way out of here. Are you interested? Oh, noble. Good luck with your...
Oh, 10,000 pots of dust. 50 bottles of tears. Oh,
How do I heal this fucker?
hinges rust.
Poison, I guess. That's interesting.
Yet so quickly we find source so dangerous. What in this desperate?
Now, let's not get nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure. Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me.
Oh, for the...
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Piss off. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth.
A flat smile.
She never did like you.
It would be nice if
The man looks for a moment at the corpse.
change the outcome.
Then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin. He nods at you and turns back to his hand. He taps hammer to nail and doesn't... He taps hammer to nail and doesn't look up.
Quick save this time.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
I'm waiting for someone, and it ain't you. Sod off. Ha! I found you, didn't I? Not an attempt, mate. Not if I can bloody help it. Time's up, Your Highness. Let's dance. It's stabbing time.
I'll yield to none.
God damn it. These controls are kind of fucking jank. Target is out of sight. What do you mean he's out of sight? He's right fucking there. Oh, I'm blinded. Fuck, blind is rough. Yeah, I'm gonna load. Fuck that.
It's stabbing time!
damned nuisance, these assassins are. It's their frightful manners I mind the most, really. Healing!
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but...
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, most certainly. I brought my own share of knowledge. Don't worry too much. You here alone?
She gives you a long look.
Maybe you ought to give those companions of yours another chance. Maybe they mean something to you after all. Used to be I had a family. A husband and a little boy. We were healers. So then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Now I'm just waiting for him to call my name. Waiting.
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan. He was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my
She talks for some time about joy radiates from her as she...
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you too. Take care of yourself.
That's pretty cool. Where the fuck is that at? Whatever.
The woman looks out on the gentle...
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, you here alone?
She gives you a...
You think some it's not you and they brought us. Now I'm just...
Her eyes...
Kind of you to...
She joy...
What?
A little bit disappointing. Your conversation just keeps going.
Rubbish.
Come on, you stubborn hunk of garbage.
The dwarf's fingers clamp around a splintered chunk of wood, nailed to the skeleton of an old...
Ah! Got two of my own, haven't I?
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms and...
Ah! Bleeding nail must be charmed or something. Yeah. Go on then. Why don't you give it a...
You grab the plank and pull. The rusted nail pops loose, and the plank...
Oh, look at that. Nice of you.
He winks and flips a gold coin toward you. It makes a long, high arc, glinting in the...
For your trouble. I suppose it were a fool's errand thinking I could make something out of this heap. But I couldn't help...
He sucks a finger and holds it up to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
He gives you a wry look, as though...
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Far be it from me to miss an appointment. Maybe you don't.
He stands before you and pokes you in the side, seizes your shoulder with a great...
There's something of you, you know? You don't have to accept your fate on this bloody... Why don't we make a deal then? You help me get out of this place, and I'll do the same for you. Happy to trundle around with a group of... Your funeral, that. I'll be here when you change your mind. Let's team up, you and me. What do you say? How do, part? Right now, though, the biggest thing on my mind is some candy arse called Lohar, lurking in Driftwood. Anyhow, we're a team now, so the me. Let's get down to brass tacks. I've been up and down the realm so often it'd make your cabbage spin, and I picked up a few tricks along the way. Truth be told, I've grown fond of crushing and casting. A battle mage, if you like. But there's not so important as team dynamics. So what'll it be? Then it's settled. Capital! Well, that's that sorted.
fuck did he just do to me? Seems rude. What's up? Just fucking teleport. Jesus Christ. This crocodile's fucked me up. I don't want that. There was a way. Yeah, there's a way. Formation, there it is. Hmm. Kind of useless if we're all ranged characters. He's right fucking on me. How is he too far away? This fucking dude sucks. That knocked him down, that's pretty good. I wonder if that's gonna hurt my own dude. He's got enough life, I gotta find out. No, I did not. Damn, fucking chunk.
I need aid! To the dark with you.
Get the fuck out of the fire. I clicked Restoration. So how am I gonna heal this guy? I have no clue how to heal that guy. I guess I need a permanent source of poison. Got that stupid doll. Let's go. Give it to the kid.
And what the reaction from the public is.
Yes.
They never said she's going to run. But what happens if all of a sudden people start saying, yeah, AOC should run, and then there's big fervor and fire under it? Then they'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. So they're testing the waters, trying to see who they can get. And I got to be honest, when I heard that Colbert asked if she'd run, I'm like, out of all the Democrats that are available, she'd beat them all. Save Michelle Obama, maybe.
Sure.
But Gavin Newsom, AOC would do better.
Well, I think there's an important point here. So if the Democrats know anything, that they're starting to realize that they don't have that much of a shot in 2024 if trends continue. There's not much hope for their party right now. And so it could be possible that what they would plan on doing is putting up some throwaway candidate in 2024 who's anti-establishment and actually relatively popular with their base, so that next time an election comes along when a Democrat actually does stand a chance of winning, they can go, we tried this anti-establishment person, the people weren't interested, they lost, we're not going to run them.
Or they can use this as an opportunity to raise AOC's profile.
That too.
Right now, she's just a popular House member. She's not a senator. She's not that big. A presidential campaign run where they expect
I have
to
your
lose
fucking doll.
can push her up to a very prominent public space at the national level.
Am I in this conversation already?
Absolutely, yeah. Jump in.
Oh, okay, good. We got to debunk this right now. I can't stand it.
this whole facade that AOC is anti-establishment.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Is a complete scam. They want to run her as anti-establishment,
Exactly.
but I want to say that the ploy that they're running is that when you say you're socialist, then you're anti-corporate. But when you plan to expand socialism to the global scale, it's the ultimate form of corporatism.
Yeah, I would agree. And also, there's nothing AOC believes that our public education system has not been set up to brainwash children into believing. So I know I totally agree with you. I mean, she eats out of the palm of the establishment, but she's viewed as an outsider.
But if they don't, and I wanted to say, if they don't win in 2024,
The
it's
child
over.
seems beside
Because
herself.
the young American
I just
first
gave her her
populace
fucking doll.
that's on the rise
and doesn't acknowledge
is going to go
Give
in
me
and
that fucking
crush
doll back.
the old narrative that allowed an AOC to
Mm.
pose as anti-corporate, and it's all mostly predicated on one, the story of blacks historically in the country. That's kind of the linchpin of grievance politics and anti-establishment, but also the young people who are indoctrinated at schools. And if the conservatives win in the midterms in 2024, we got to go back and take those schools.
I think we're headed towards there's a strong possibility of hyper-racialization happening in the next several years. There was a viral thread where this dude said, there are young white men in school being told that they're the oppressors. Then they see that most people in college are female. Then they see that, when they apply for a job, they're like, we're not hiring any white men. And so there's a big thread where they explained that, maybe it applies to older white men. Because when those older white men were younger, they were the majority and they controlled a lot of the space. But now that it's inverted, younger white men are growing up being told that they're the evil oppressors, but they're getting held back and they're getting restrained, so they're getting angry, and they're forming racial identitarian groups. Or they're starting to coalesce around race. So the left, in pushing this stuff, I think is hyper-racializing everything.
100%. 100%. What they're banking on is that white people are always going to self-flagellate every single time a discussion on racial issues comes up, because that's sort of been the status quo. But ultimately, at some point, white guilt runs out.
So it's generational. It's generational memory. What people don't understand when it comes to politics, they talk about the pay gap, right? Yeah, but for which demographic? The pay gap exists for sure among boomers. The pay gap exists among millennials, but it's inverted. Millennial women make more money than millennial men. Millennial women are more likely to graduate college than millennial men. Yet they keep pushing a narrative as if it's the younger generation suffering what the older generation went through. And that's going to cause a serious problem. Because in these stories, whether it's about leftist racial identitarianism, creating more white identitarianism, or social issues that were relevant 50 years ago not being relevant today, and then punishing young people today based on the grievances of the past, you are going to raise a generation with an inverted system which causes oppression, which causes anger and animosity. The only difference is, right now, they're telling the young majority, white males, that they're evil and oppressors, and then restricting them. But these young men don't know.
No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you. Runs the kitchen. Means he runs me, you, and everyone else in camp. Everyone in camp's got to contribute. For food, for protection, no exceptions. Especially...
Food? Protection? I have neither.
You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, Elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble. We got a system, and it looks like you don't want to fit in.
Where the fuck is my leader? He's right there.
Is that indigestion? indigestion, or is it?
What if I get bonus points for not picking the actions? Okay.
Is that indigestion, or is it? Oh God, not now. Hello. You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Why can't that bitch be electrified or frozen? What the fuck? Where are you going? Where? No. What? Fucking attack this dumb bit. Why the fuck are you running? I wonder if a controller would work better.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
As you approach the blacksmith, you feel a bony hand on your arm. Fane leans in and whispers in your ear.
If it would be acceptable, I have an inquiry for this human. It is... And if it would not be acceptable, well, that would render this entire conversation rather...
Fane approaches the blacksmith and quietly speaks to her. You can't overhear much, but he seems to be gesturing towards her head an awful lot. Fane's words are quiet, but you hear the blacksmith repeat, "Face Ripper," in shock. She slowly starts to back away.
What is it with creeps like you and Master Niles? I told him to slither back to his dungeon, and you can get too, freak!
Fane backs away, scratching his head. It seems that didn't go as he'd expected. He is lost in thought, though. She must have said something he found interesting. Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after? I ain't. Just seeing how it's made.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? All manner of things.
Shit, never mind. But I can use a fucking alcohol on that dude. Probably doesn't get drunk.
Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the order, she started taking out all manner of oddities.
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot? Oh, I don't know. She was a sweet soul, quiet, loved her family. Oh, people do change, don't they? Magic and metal, like most of Dallas's designs. Metal keeps it locked. Magic makes it work. That's all I know. For you? Hell no. That's for me to know, and you to get...
The woman looks up as you approach.
What do you need? Ha! The hammer got you curious. Yeah, funny name for a gal like that. Oh, I don't know. People do change.
She nods.
Clever lasser. No wonder what Alexander sees in her. Question is, what she sees in it.
All the way back to the fucking crocodile? Pretty sure he saved it after that. Guess not. Yeah, I was gonna check. See if Mr. Skelly Boy here. Oh, hurts him as well. Well, I want to get rid of this fucking skeleton. Hope they let me get a different character. I'm assuming skeletons are awesome for some reason, but I don't want to fucking hassle with that.
The next divine will ascend. It isn't the words you speak, but rather that you speak them. Prophet, so do I. Some blame...
The shrine depicts Lucian the Divine, avatar of the 7 gods. A low, resonant vibration. Your knees buckle. The hum grows louder.
The shrine, by the looks of it.
Come on then, Lizzie. Hurry up.
I find only bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or brisket?
Have you, cud?
Disgusting.
You! Help me teach this beast. He must...
Respect? Huh. Pay up, elf. No one shorts griff. Especially not one of you. You two ought to be Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again...
Burrow looks you up and down.
Get out of here. The both of you.
The elf smiles and bows to you.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
As you approach the blacksmith,
If it would be, and if it would not be acceptable.
Fane approaches Fane's...
What is it with...
Fane backs away.
Where's the oil? Dallas, you maniac.
Oh shit, that was not meant to be. Not meant to be.
Oh, Dallas, you maniac.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal.
And what you after? Get bent. I ain't.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? Found it in the scrap. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but...
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions? For you? Hell no. Worthy is exactly the right word. You know, someone who's proven himself might earn my time of day. Speaking of, you haven't. So...
Fuck you, bitch. Oh, but it has a red thing on her. Oh. Maybe I have to select the skeleton.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and...
And what you after? I ain't. Just...
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? Found it in the scrap heap. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the order...
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Oh, I don't know. People do change, don't they? Magic and metal, like most of Dallas's designs. For you? Hell no.
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation.
I don't want to.
The guard glances around furtively, then looks back at you. The merest hint of fear flickers across his face before he sneers.
Thought you must have died when that ship went down. Guess wolves can swim. Ha! Well, your sense of humour must have drowned. Think you're a big man in here, Mr. Silverclaw? All I need to do is whistle, and my dogs will tell you, here's how things are gonna go down. You'll kill a slum elf called Sahila for me. In return, I'll tell you exactly where to get just the right weapon for whatever it is you're doing that I don't want to know about.
He waves a little scrap of paper in front of your eyes, before patting it back into his breast pocket, a smug smile on his lips.
Deal? Far as I understood, lone wolves don't ask questions. So why don't you shut your muzzle and go fetch?
He smirks and whistles his source hounds a little closer.
You don't get it, do you? In here, I call the shots. You so much as tickle me, and you'll be tossed to my source hounds as a new chew toy. Do as I say, or you won't be doing much of anything at all.
He blanches and staggers backward a step, all bravado punctured.
Don't! I'll give you the information. Here, just don't. All right.
Leave me. Go. You leave.
She groans in pain.
What the hell is wrong with me? Covered in fucking pustules. Diseased. Oh, she's diseased. Oh, I wonder if I can first aid her, stupid ass.
What have you done? I was so close. I could see the light. I could almost feel her touch again.
The fuck, you wanted to die, bitch?
You ruined it.
Nope, nope, stop fucking... Whatever, fuck you. Stupid fucking cunt alive. No, don't fucking walk over there. God damn it.
save your spirit to fight the Reaper. Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little company. Look at that. Just what I ordered. Ain't you a peach, love? An old deal here at Psyche. Poor fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Doomed to be sure, but I'd like to ease his way out. Lucky you came out of it at all. Plenty of folks around of here haven't, and it's me with.
The man sleeps so deeply, he might as well be...
Our healer's walk is never done. Frightfully busy at the moment, love.
I've spotted something.
What have you spotted? I have not spotted it.
A little reprieve from the den outside.
You are in the wrong place, Pinky. Military, are you? Be at ease here, and well met. Let me know if you need any armaments.
The soldier stands to attention. The soldier stands to attention.
What do you mean offer insult you? Oh, I gotta add gold. Shit, I think I sold the other guy's crossbow. Oh, no. Just sold my own. Give me some boots. Give me a belt. Give me a snazzy hat. Guess I'll gear him up next. Gloves. Made shoes.
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Your kind I handle, but small ones. You know what they do? They play a game called Scream. In this game, they see who screams the loudest. You hear them, don't you? The little ones are everywhere. Worse than Magisters.
Bitch fucking hates
The young
kids.
girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes...
Ah, hello. Quite the blood-soaked journey has led you here. You are not who you once were, and I sense you're not yet who you will be. I see it before my eyes.
Wary all of a sudden, she takes a step back from...
I cannot offer you much more than my sympathies. Our fates are intertwined, yours and mine. This clouds my vision.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way, Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave. My protector, my friend, an elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. You bring me great peace. I see something that helps. Yes, please ask. Oh, I do not cover my eyes. I cover the place they used to be. They are gone. He is a very blind man. He sees things but not truth. You understand when you meet him after you escape. I knew we must be here. I am not sure how much to explain. You are here and so we are here. It is safer here. We make no trouble for Griff. He makes no trouble for us. My home is far. Your language gives me some...
You can't get me! Whack! Back, evil ogre, or I'll get you with my sword! I'll spare you this time. You're really fun. Ready? Go! A human? You stink.
The child looks around, then back at you.
stupid human.
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
What's this? I found something.
Being compact's got its benefits.
Yes, I definitely want to have a diverse cast.
I've got it! Good sir! You've set my body free. Free to crumble to dust at last. But my spirit... Blast! I remain trapped in this mouldering skeleton yet. A spell most terrible. I have heard of such magic, but have never known anyone so foul as to employ it. Brachus Rex. May maggots lace his entrails. After he interred me in this cell, he must have drawn my very soul away from me and stored it elsewhere in the fort. Thus he has bound me entirely to the mundane realm. But I know this place well. I could lead you to its likely location. In turn, you would find a path straight. Marvelous, my friend. Marvelous. You'll first... The switch will open a hatch, and you'll be led into the prison's main floor. I suspect that within Brachus's phylactery room, you will find the container which ensnares my soul. He has likely disguised it well. But Brachus would have made me a supplicant, a slave to these walls. With your help, I was fully briefed about this awful place before I came. I never thought I would become one of his victims. Fort Joy is a dangerous place, my friend. Dangerous indeed. Brachus, here he and his researchers crafted punishments and snares contrary to human dignity. Good sir, you've set my body free, free to crumble to dust at last.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. No doubt he turns on you next. These humans hate us.
She bows.
I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. In this cave, it gives me great pain. Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. Thank you.
Got you! I got you! I magicked you, you're dead! I'll stab you right in the eye! You can't get me!
It's a strong weapon.
Got you! I got you! I magicked you, you're dead! you, you're dead! I feel him, but I do not see him. Shua! 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 Got you!
Executioner sounds pretty good.
I know they help. Whoever kills the other is the boss! You can't get me!
That sounds really good.
Whoever kills the other is the boss! I feel I magicked you, you're dead! Got you! I got you! I magicked you, you're dead! Wait! I call a timeout! I feel him, but I do not see him. Got you! I got you! You can't get me! I'll stab you right in the eye! Shua! 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 Got you! I feel I'll stab you right in the eye! Wait! I call a timeout! You're too slow! You're cheating! Whoever kills the other is the boss! Shua! 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 Got you! I know they help. magic to you. You're dead.
I know they help.
You're too slow. You're cheating.
I feel him, but I do not see him.
You're too slow. You can't get me.
I feel him, but I do not see him.
You can't get me. Whoever kills the other is the boss. You're cheating.
I know they help.
Whoever kills the other is the boss. You can't get me.
I know they help.
Ain't fit for beasts.
So this is Fort Joy's.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration... Winning has its own rewards, if that's what you're after. Slip down the hatch and talk to Thorn.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Huh? Oh, excuse me.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach...
What? Who's asking?
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the light, watching it glint.
Don't tell anyone.
I'm listening.
Got it.
Myro. Bloody elves. I guess you mean the clown I caught stealing from my kitchen. He's not going anywhere. Supplies. A crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal. Sure, have a look.
Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, mate? Who can blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means. fella in that cage is the thief. Stashed the oranges somewhere before he was caught. If you believe that. Sure do. Ask me. It'd have to be one of those sad sacks that's always hanging around Griff looking for favours.
She darts her tongue out of...
Some folks, and some reptiles, will do... I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. If he's a thief, I sure do. Ask me. It'd have to be one of those...
She darts her tongue out of her mouth like a snake.
Some folks, I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, it's all in the eyes. Sure you don't want to have a look at my stock before you go? I was serious about what I said. Let's just say folks leave here, but they don't seem to take their effects. Maybe I happen to know where everything ends up. Fend for yourself then, sweetheart. I'll take what I want. Haven't got shanked through the gills yet? Haven't got shanked through the gills. Hey, why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means.
This shit's expensive. Should murder her and take it all.
Ain't fit for beasts. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Think you're cute, do you, handsome? Business is business. Even the magisters know that. Get shopping or leave me be. Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around Griff. I'm watching you. Ha! Cheeky. What's your name? All right, Slick. Haven't seen you around here before. When did you get in? All right, easy now. You seem sweet, but I'm more curious about you than a bunch of cheesy lines.
She sighs deeply.
Another one of those. Anyway, I was serious before. I work for Griff, so don't try anything funny if you're heading inside. Move along.
Worse than war rations, these.
Move along. Nice and slow.
Watch yourself. Watch your hands, Pipsqueak. What are you loitering round here for? If Boss trusts you to find something for him, you better not disappoint him. You won't like him when he's yeah, Boss is awful passionate about citrus. Can't get enough of the stuff. Boss will be fine. He's got himself in a fit state now, but as soon as another shipment comes in, he'll be right as rain. You mean that guy in the cage? Oh, I don't associate with elves. Fella says he's innocent, but... Hands out your pockets now.
Worse than war rations, these.
find Source so dangerous? What in his death caused it? So Voidwoken are attracted to Source. But why? When another divine arises, will Source change back?
Ain't fit for beasts. Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
Haven't got shanked through the gills yet.
Worse than war rations, these.
An elf, caked in mud and blood.
You believe what he says? That I am a thief?
He perks up. And
Sahela, you speak to her? She is all right then. Good. An elf does not answer to threats. It is not our way. We make fair deals. We follow through. That is the only way. Sahela knows this. It is all prepared. It is ready. I am too weak to go. But I must care for Sahela. You release me, and I show you the way out. I am no fool. If you can leave, you do leave. Free me first. Then I tell you everything I know.
I got that special shipment he was asking after.
I intend no harm. I want only some provisions. A bit of bread, you understand. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies. But I see the anger in him that he does not find it. He truly... Thank you.
Watch yourself, boy.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every... Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. She freezes under your stare for a moment, then whirls and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, so I can decide your fate here and now. You can see quality, but lone wolves, amateurs all. Also, I thought, you do tread on soft paws, Ifan.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your... Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Because it is my desire to question him intensely. As for the reason, you're staring at it. You see, once upon a bad old time, but now I'm free. Of sorts, I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my that makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided dears around here would argue such a thing is impossible. I'm inclined to agree. You managed to catch me off guard. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to that lizard I mentioned. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck.
Let's discuss our respective... You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what... As a rogue, my speciality is stealth. The quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me. But wait, you seem to have quite a few followers already. We'll be far too conspicuous traveling in a caravan like...
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Must go on then. Bark away. Let's see if we can find any method in it.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Yes, I can imagine it might be somewhat difficult for you to forever be in my shadow. Go on then. Play in the sun. I have actual work to do.
What took you so long? I'm ready to take up arms if you are.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side.
Refund.
As you're about to approach the lizard, Sabine cups your chin between thumb and index finger, then guides your eyes to hers.
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
To your surprise, Sabine proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting lizard with one hand as she drives the tip of her needle into his lower belly with the other. You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves, and a man called Griff. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground, face first into his own intestines. Sabine heaves a sigh of satisfaction, and as she wipes her needle clean, shoots you a cursory look.
Chat's over.
So, that seemed just a tad excessive.
What you witnessed was an exercise in restraint, and jolly good fun to boot.
Why the fuck are you here?
You're cheating!
Quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly recommend it.
Not scared, are ya? Go on, down the hatch.
Haven't got shanked through the gills yet.
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again. Listen, I can help you if you just... Shut up, Elf.
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again. Griff tears into one of the oranges with both hands. Juice squirts through his hands as...
Looks like everything's accounted for. Now the important question. Who's the thief?
He raises an eyebrow.
Looks like someone did my job for me. Your guy's free to go. Please. I will not survive forever here. It is done. And quickly. I thank you. I hold my end of the bargain. I show you the way out. But I have something more to ask of you. Yes, I become fine. Sahela, she is everything. A ruler, a seer, a knower, a child. I have nothing here, but where the elves roam, I think there is nothing they do not give. Give me your map. I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them Sahela is here. They will send help. Please. I go to her. I wish you good luck, and I thank you for us all.
Ain't fit for beasts.
If a magister finds this on you, you forget my name, here?
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Walk. Let's listen to this dumbass talk.
Anything about the civil rights movement. They didn't experience it. They weren't part of it. They don't know anything about slavery, Jim Crow. They weren't a
Not sure why you're still hanging around here. You know what you need to do.
The woman looks up as you approach, wiping her brow with a greased black...
What do you need?
So we were going to lead with the story about J6, that woman who got caught lying again. It's funny because you have conservative papers that hate Trump and you have Democrats and they're all lying. And this, Dave, you're a prophet. How is this real life?
And that was the Rainbow Coalition, in which he kind of reoriented the Black Panthers' focus on the working class. And he said that despite the racial issues that do exist in America, there is a greater predation happening on the working class economically. That was the whole motif of the Rainbow Coalition, was the unity of working class whites, blacks, and Latinos.
So each color in the original pride flag represented some idea, and I think they actually had magic in there. And then they were like, we should get rid of the magic from this flag. Does that make sense? And then I don't understand. The one thing I don't understand is how is there a committee that decides when the flag should be changed? Because one day people were just like, hey, we added black and brown, and then everyone started making these flags with the black and brown stripe. Then they were like, okay, actually, we're gonna put the trans triangle in the side. Then we're going to put the black and brown in the triangle instead. And then someone was like, we should put a yellow triangle in there too. And a purple circle. Now all of a sudden those flags are flying everywhere, but who decided that would be the flag? You know what I mean? It's just just start making it.
What is it going to look like in 2 years?
Well, the joke is that the trans triangle is pushing the rainbow out. Because it's gradually taking up more and more space.
So-called
all right, I got to give a shout out. We're gonna keep the focus on I guess the racial politics of the day, because we have more from Colbert and AOC. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of important things we can talk about, but making fun of AOC is fun. And look, I try not to be overtly just like, haha, let's mock her for the sake of mocking her. Yo, she went on Stephen Colbert's show to millions of people, strung together a bunch of history words that made no sense.
Madame Josephine Iffen Ben Mest, right? Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Escape boat? I never even saw one. Guess I was... What about when you were in the water? Did you hear anything? I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock-still, waxy-skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock. Light suddenly flashes back into her face.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit, well, a bit hospitable. Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied. Feels like just one, strangely enough. Big one, though. Don't know its name yet, either. So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah? I was just thinking this. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength. And don't worry, by the by. I forgive you for leaving me to drown on that ship. One of the kiddies on board made it out alive. Told us it hasn't stopped me from thinking it'd be a good idea to travel together. What do you say? It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if... when. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot. Sounds fine. So, yeah? Hey, wait a sec. It looks like you have all the company you need. Maybe another time, when you're a bit more on the lonely side. Till then. Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh god, not now.
Save it. Take a break.